2 years now after the January 6th riot, the law enforcement officers who defended the U.S. Capitol will today receive the highest honor issued by the U.S. Congress. That would be the Congressional Gold Medal. Scott MacFarlane reports now on the tribute to police who risked their lives to fight off that violent mob.
She was among the first wave of officers to arrive on the west front of the U.S. Capitol as the mob approached and then attacked. Capitol Police Officer Gayle King says not a day goes by she doesn't recall January 6th.
Not only the size, but the way they were. You could see the anger, you could see the hostility. So a lot of us were just kind of shocked that something like this was actually happening.
With weapons?
With weapons.
Capitol Police Lieutenant Ted Hopkins first tried to stop the mob in the Capitol Visitors Center before racing to the U.S. House chamber after rioters sought to breach the door of the Speaker's lobby.
It's important to relate how bad it really was, from the verbal abuse, from the actual physical assaults to the chemicals, impact weapons.
In the months after January 6th, Congress passed formal legislation to bestow medals to the police agencies present, making it a special day not just for the officers who saved the Capitol, but their families too.
What was it like to be a mom that day with your son here?
It was, obviously the worst day of his life, but without a doubt the worst day of our life.
Kathleen Doby Call says her son, a 5-year Capitol officer, still works for the agency, but rarely speaks about January 6th and likely carries trauma from it. Today, she says she'll be beaming with pride.
He's very humble. He doesn't like to be called a hero, but he's my hero.
The legislation ordering these medals formally mentions the officers who died after January 6th. Brian Sicknick, who died of multiple strokes, and the officers who died by suicide. They'll be a focus area of this ceremony today, which happens inside the Capitol Rotunda, a site of rioter attacks. Gayle?
That was such a horrible day, Scott. I'm glad those officers are being honored. You can see how it affects his mom. Thank you very much, Scott.